I'm out here thinking, what am I going to bring to the potluck? I eat vegan, but I have to bring something that they'll eat and I'll eat. Here's what I'm going to do. Now, if all you have is snatches of time, this one is perfect because you can make it in 2 days. These are macaroni and cheese bites, and they're great for vegans and non-vegans. So what I tend to do is make my macaroni and cheese ahead of time, and then I put it in the freezer or the refrigerator. And then I go ahead and dip it in some bottled vegan egg and then some panko crumbs, and I deep fry it. And just keep them frying until on 365 until they are golden brown and yummy and have a beautiful crust on them. And then you can go ahead and make yourself a dipping sauce as well. So I pressed some fresh garlic, about 2 or 3 cloves, and then some agave and some hot sauce. And there you go, a little sauce. You can serve this up. Everybody will love your macaroni and cheese bites. And you can make half of it ahead of time and fry them up at the last minutes. Bring these to the potluck. You can eat and they can eat. Win-win situation. I love, love, love social media and the internet because I get some great recipes. So everybody swept up in this crazy puff recipe, and I decided to veganize it. But the issue is I don't like vegan pepperoni because it tastes like cardboard, and I don't like hot vegan cheese because it's too gloopy. So I decided to get creative. I seasoned up my own seafood mushrooms with pepperoni type seasonings and let that sit marinated for a minute. I'll put in the captions the seasonings that I use. Then I made some cashew cheese, and this is in my recipe guides for sauces and dips, so you can get that. Set that all aside. Then I had some refrigerated pizza crust that you can find at, like, I got this at ShopRite, but I've seen it at Publix and Trader Joe's. I've gotten this kind of pizza crust for years. This will be the only way that I'm ever making pizza anymore, because this was delicious. I put some melted butter inside of my muffin tin and put my little cutout circles inside of there. Then I put in some refrigerated sauce that I got from Aldi, and I also put in a little pesto that I made the other day. I put those flavored up mushrooms and my cashew cheese, and I just kind of layered that. Let it cook 25 minutes on 375, and then halfway through, I put in a little melted butter, seasoned up melted butter to make it taste good, a little Parmesan cheese, and I cooked it about another 10 minutes, and it was so good. I wanted a classic summertime meal, so I made these veganized buffalo wings, and they were so yummy. I made them out of Enoki mushrooms. Now, Enoki mushrooms are fairly inexpensive, and you can get at least servings for 3 people out of 1 packet, and the packet's about under $2. I use 2 packets here. So I use my wet batter and my dry batter. And remember, the rule of thumb for wet batter and dry batter, season them both the same, and then just add a little water on the wet side, and you start with wet and then with dry into the oil, and I fried them all up. You can stop right there and make them just vegan fried chicken, or you could put them into a buffalo sauce like I'm doing here. Shake, and yum. They were amazing. I'm having people over Christmas Eve, and this is going to be one of my appetizers. Just greens and a little hot, sweet Italian Beyond sausage inside of an accidentally vegan puff pastry. So the greens I'm using are water spinach that I discovered in Thailand. They are my new favorite green. You can use regular spinach if you want. I sauteed up some hot, sweet Italian Beyond sausage, and then I put my greens in with a little garlic and a little mushroom vegetarian oyster sauce. So that's something you can get at the Asian market. Then I just took the sauteed insides, folded up my puff pastry, put them all on a tray, brushed them with a little vegan plant milk to give it a little bit of a sheen, and they were so yummy. I hope my guests like them for Christmas Eve. I made the crispiest, crunchiest vegan fried chicken that I've had in a long time. It was so crispy and crunchy. And I made it from dehydrated bean curd sheets, the ones that you find at the Asian market. I took a little better than bouillon, no chicken, and I dissolved it in water. And then I rehydrated my soybean sheets for about a half an hour until they were nice and soft like this. I cut them into pieces. Then I put them into a seasoned wet batter and a seasoned dry batter. and they made the most crispy and crunchy vegan fried chicken pieces. And I put a little buffalo sauce and a little blue cheese sauce. It was delicious. I went to a festival today and the meat eaters were selling cheesesteak empanadas. So I was like, I got to go home and veganize this. And that's exactly what I did. And they were delicious. Okay. So I took some king oyster mushrooms that I shaved very thinly with a vegetable peeler, potato peeler, whatever you want to call it. Shaved that down until I had a nice giant pile of my vegan steak. Then I caramelized my onions that I had sliced thin with some steak seasoning. Put my pile of mushrooms on my griddle and then covered that up after I seasoned it with some steak seasoning. Covered it up for about 20 minutes on low so that they could kind of steam and get really tenderized with those onions. Then I cranked up the heat with a little bit more oil and let it get a little caramelized. I put a tad bit of vegan cheese on it, but I didn't put a whole bunch because I'm later going to use cashew cheese that I make myself. So that breaks up the texture of that gloopiness of vegan cheese. So a little vegan cheese, a little cashew cheese, close that up, forked it, and into the oil. It was so good, crunchy, and delicious. Delicious. I saw spilling the sweet tea, making some crab Rangoon dip, and I decided to veganize it, and it was well worth it. First, I made a cashew cream out of cashews, onions, and potatoes that I boiled. Then I sauteed with a little olive oil and seaweed some oyster mushroom tips. After that was all done, I went on and I blended down my cashew cream, my cashew mixture to make a cream with a little raw garlic and some plant milk. Then I pulsed together in my food processor some vegan shrimp, hearts of palm, my cashew cream, some vegan cream cheese, the mushrooms, vegan Worcestershire sauce, and also liquid aminos. Made that into a nice kind of a rough mixture that I poured into a baking dish. Once that was all into my baking dish, I added in vegan cheese. I probably would use a little less the next time, but it still was yummy. And then I baked it until it was golden brown. My daughter helped me to deep fry the fried egg roll shells. We cut those into fours and deep fried those and made a big mountain of those. And we had a good old time. That was a yummy, yummy dip, nice and creamy, and it tasted so much like crab Rangoon. I added a little sweet chili sauce on top just to give it that authentic experience. And whoo, this one is one you need to try. Yummy, 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 yum.
It's the shot.
I've been seeing the poor man's oyster Rockefeller around. So I decided it's time for me to veganize an oyster Rockefeller. And let me tell you, this exceeded my expectations. So good. Oh my God, it was delicious. So you start with white button mushrooms. Use this one because they're nice and sturdy, but don't cut it too thin. Only about 3 pieces per mushroom if you have good sized mushrooms. Big chunky pieces of mushrooms. Then put it in some salt water for about 10 minutes. Drain that out and lay it on a cookie sheet. Then add some nori sheets and some garlic. I did that. I blended that together and I added that over the mushrooms that I put in olive oil. So you want to slather that seasoning all around and also some Creole seasoning. Then inside the oven for about 20-25 minutes until they look nice and golden like this, and save that juice reserved because that mushroom juice is so good. Meanwhile, we're going to prepare the next part of our oyster Rockefeller. So a little vegan butter, some jalapenos, some spinach, some garlic in a pan. Saute that with some cashew cream and a little vegan cream cheese and a little vegan mozzarella. Then melt that all down and then cover that on top of your mushrooms. Now your mushrooms are what's going to act as your oysters. And then go ahead and top it with a panko, a little more vegan butter, and a little bit of vegan Parmesan, and then into the oven for about 25 minutes. And it was so delicious. I mean, really. This dip I share sometimes, but a lot of times I just take it and enjoy it out on the deck with a glass of white wine. So I saute my spinach and veggies together, and then I add that to white beans, cooked white beans, with some olive oil, salt, and pepper. And then I just sit out on my deck and I enjoy it. Mix the two together, French bread. This is in my new recipe guide. Earlier today, I did a live stream on Amazon and Facebook. Something you can make for your Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. It is smoked turkey guacamole salad. Oh my God, it's so good. I took and shredded some vegan smoked turkey with some cumin and some grilled seasoning and a little oil, put that in my air fryer. Meanwhile, while that was grilling up, I made guacamole, which was just very ripe avocados, garlic, onion, jalapeno, cilantro, and lime juice. And of course salt and pepper. So once that was all mixed up and my smoked turkey was nice and crispy, I added that to my guacamole and it made a beautiful salad, and we ate that with chips and it was so good. We ate it all up. I don't think I want my guacamole any other way now. So good. Yum. I veganized this pasta Caesar salad that I've been seeing all over the internet. I use oyster mushrooms with grill seasoning that I grilled up, and also vegan shrimp with Old Bay and seaweed. Smash that down so it'd be really grilled with a cast iron skillet. Then I use my romaine lettuce, my fusilli pasta. I put my grilled shrimp and oysters inside of there. And this is my Caesar dressing that is in my recipes, dips, and dressings guide. That's the red one. And this is a little shaved vegan Parmesan. This salad was really good. I understand why everybody's making it because it's simple, but yet delicious. It's in the rotation. Stay in there. Delicious. Here's how you make vegan seafood salad. Sometimes I add that to noodles. Sometimes I eat it by itself. Of course, you start with chickpeas and then season that up with onion, celery, sweet pepper. Sometimes you can add roasted peppers, a relish, mustard, however you like to season your salad like that. You know, enjoy yourself. What I like to do is saute my konjac root shrimp, vegan shrimp, with a little Old Bay or some kind of seafood seasoning. Get it nice and sauteed and then add it back to my chickpea mixture with a little seaweed and pulse that again in my food processor. It was delicious. They loved it at my retreat. It's always a hit. We've had some nice days, so it's definitely time for salad. So I veganized this Cobb pasta salad. It was really good. So I started with regular romaine lettuce that I chopped finely, also some tomatoes, some avocado, a little vegan chicken that I seasoned with Cajun seasoning, some cucumber, and some chickpea pasta. And then I used my homemade Caesar dressing, which is in my dressings red recipe guide. You can get that on Amazon. And then also I made some smart bacon crumbles and a little vegan Parmesan cheese on top. And this thing was so good.